Evening, everybody. It's Justin Mize. I'm here to talk to you all about a topic that's good, near and dear to me. And I don't want to persuade you guys. I think everybody should carry a gun. That's the bottom line. I'm a deputy sheriff, as you can see. I've told everybody that before. And one of the reasons I believe you should be able to carry a gun, and you should carry a gun, is self-protection. It's your job to protect yourself. That's it. My ideal is I believe it's a God-given right. God made us in His image. He gave us hands, feet, a great mind, eyes, hearing, all sorts of stuff, taste. Everything. All this stuff He gave us, and the ability to grow and these things. And so we've evolved technology. We've evolved along. So we have the right to protect ourselves, and it's all given from Him. And another thing on that, in saying your self-protection, I want everybody to remember. Cops, deputies, we all fall under the same name as cops. We're minutes away when seconds count. End story. Your problem happens and you call 911 in a city, a town like mine. I live in Mustang, Oklahoma. Average response time is around 4 minutes for a cop to get there. But seconds may count. If you're looking down the barrel of a gun or a baseball bat or something like that, some kind of a weapon used against you or your family, seconds count. End of story. So you need to be able to protect yourself. And I believe, a gun is the ultimate form of protection. It's a great form of protection. It's an equalizer. Some people aren't big as other people. So it's a great equalizer tool. And you should train, but you need to have a gun. And in this thought, also, it's all these rights say it's yours, but it's also a constitutional right. When our forefathers drew up the Constitution, they gave us the right. It was something that they held near and dear to them. And so when to carry on in this thought, the job to protect yourself, remember, it's your job to protect your family. So whether you're married, divorced, or single, whatever you're doing, your parents, so forth, it's your job to protect your family. It's nobody else's. It's not government's job to protect your family. It's your job. That's it. You take care of all that. You take care of them always. We have kids. We watch them. We put helmets on our kids now riding bikes. I didn't grow up with a helmet, but most kids now, they wear their helmet riding their bike and so forth, or riding their skateboard. But we do that as parents because we don't want them to get hurt. So to take care of your family, home invasions are happening, all sorts of stuff is going on. A gun, like come back to, is a great equalizing tool. It's an ultimate form of protection. Now, there's many types of guns out there, but in saying that, you should have a gun. And if you're carrying on you, which I believe you should be, carjackings are happening out there. There's people having good encounters. So if you're carrying that gun, concealed or unconcealed, whatever your area is allowing, in Oklahoma, you can carry concealed or unconcealed if you have the gun permit. Right now, we didn't pass the Constitution on carry because our governor was an idiot. But carry it whichever way you want. But if you're ever carjacked or something, and along those lines, you have the right to protect yourself and your property. And that's going to let me do the property situation. You carry a gun, you can protect your property. What's yours? Your home. If you have land, your land. All that. Your animals. If somebody's trying to steal your cattle, your horses, your dogs, you protect them. It's yours. You have that right. And I talked about earlier, cops are minutes away when seconds count. Minutes away when seconds count. I'm a cop. I can tell you, our cars only go so fast. We got to operate in a safe manner, care and due diligence to the public. I can't just blast through stop signs and stoplight stuff. I got to be able to safely stop that car. So everywhere I got to stop, just like the firemen do. It's something we have to do. we're going to come to you and get there as quick as we can when you call in a life or death situation, but it's going to take us a little time. Here locally in Oklahoma City, we have this lake called Lake Hefner, and there's a place called Louis by the lake. A guy went in there shooting. 911 was called, people screaming for help, people running the place. Two gentlemen that were running on their track around Lake Hefner, both were getting back to their cars, retrieved their weapons out of their car where they had left it in the trunk of their car, and both initiated contact with the gunman and shot him to protect others. People were getting shot. They heard the gunfire, and they took the guy down. It made national news. These guys understood that. They understood that the cops, more people would probably die if they didn't get busy, get to work, do what their training told them to do. And they did the right thing. And I talked over it too, the response time, average 4 minutes, but it's in a city, and if the cops are busy, we're just talking an average. If they're all tied up on another call and you're calling because something went down, it may be longer than that. But somebody's going to get there to you. And sometimes something's bad's gone down and the fireman and medical has to stand back because there's no officer there yet because their safety's involved too. So as citizens, we have to protect ourselves and others, that don't have the ability to protect themselves. It's given to you when you carry a gun. I think you should. The rural areas, if you live rurally, and we have a lot of that here. I'm a deputy sheriff. We have a whole lot of rural areas in my county. 20 minutes, sometimes more. Sometimes less, but average I would say 20 minutes to respond when something's going down. But I give props to in this county, Canadian County. There's a lot of gun carriers. These farmers, you meet them, and it's a good thing. I love it. That means that they're taking care of things. They've got my back. I've got their back. If something goes bad, I feel good knowing that they're going to help me if they roll up, and I'm going to fight for my life. These guys will help me. And you got to touch on one of the things I talked about too. It's your constitutional right. Our forefathers did a great thing. They gave us the Second Amendment right here. I've got my deal on it. Second Amendment. The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. You got to read the wording. They didn't skimp on the wording. That's directly out of the Constitution. I'm going to turn to read it to you. I got it. I can't remember it. It's a well-regulated militia, comma, being necessary to the security of a free state, comma, the right of the people to keep and bear arms, comma, shall not be infringed. That's how it is in the Constitution. All that has meaning. It's not to say, to form a military. They're breaking it apart. We have the right to have our military. We have the right to form a militia. We just fought a tyrannical government. We left England, the Queen of England, the King of England, all that. We were done with it. And they wanted to give us that. So they want the people to be able to keep and bear arms. They didn't know anywhere in that say you need to be able to have military-grade weapons. So, a missile, bombs, all that kind of stuff. But guns. There's nothing wrong with guns. I tell you that, some people want to talk bad about certain guns, I've got one right here. This is the AR-15. It's one of the greatest weapons around. It's just one I carry on duty. I carry it around my house, everything. It's a great gun. Some people call it military grade. It's not. It's a rifle. It's a great rifle. It does a great job. They call them assault rifles because they're called AR. AR stands for Armalite. None they stand for assault rifle. That's a bunch of nonsense. But that's for another day. But in my state, we have the concealed carry, and it's a gun permit now. You can open carry if you want to. But, you have to get some good training for all that. And you need to continue on your training. I don't say just get a gun and just have it around. Train. Learn to shoot it. Learn to operate it. Constantly do it. I have to. We qualify all the time. But twice a year. Some agencies only do once. Ours does twice. We have other days to go shooting, and it's a good thing. But everybody should do that. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with guns. This is an unloaded gun. I'm gonna show everybody. You can see the light through it. The magazine's been emptied. The chamber's open. There's nothing down this. You look down, it's clear. This is one gun I carry. This is a great gun. This is a Glock gun. I think everybody should have some kind of a weapon. A Glock is a very good gun. Another weapon I carry a whole lot of times is the 1911. Again, this gun's empty. There's nothing in the chamber. You can see the light through it. And now it's empty. This is the 1911. It's basically made for the year it was made. Over 100 years old gun. Still a great gun today. These will protect you. This is a 45 caliber round. This Glock here shoots a 9mm round. It's a great gun too. I use these to protect myself, protect my family. I've taught my family how to shoot. And it's just a job we all have the right to do. Like I want to summarize up for y'all. My speech is you should take care of yourself. You should take care of your family. Teach your family how to shoot. It's something we do. They used to do it in school. I wish they'd bring it back. I remember going to school and had my rifle in the truck in the back window. It was great. But in saying this, it's your job to take care of yourself. So that's why I say everybody should have a gun. And learn to shoot it, learn safety, because remember, that gun sitting there will not hurt anybody until a bad person with bad intentions picks that up and decides to use it that way. You can leave it sitting there loaded. It will not hurt a soul. I don't care how much you yell at it. Anything. It's not going to hurt anything until somebody picks it up with evil intentions and uses it to do evil acts. That's why I say, guns are great. Everybody should have a gun. Like I said, ultimately for your protection. It's your right. It's your job to protect yourself. Remember, cops are minutes away when second counts. Thank you all.